Thanks for tuning in, and this is the third and final episode in the series of fitting Admore products to my 2014 R1200 GSA. In the previous two you saw me fit the pannier lights, and in the second video you saw me fit the brake light, which is here, and this final one will be covering the fitting of the Admore top box kit. So I've got the box here. Let's have a look what's in the box. We have some wiring. You'll remember that from the previous installations, I'm sure. The lights themselves. Some instructions on how to use the posi tap system. If you've seen the other two videos, you'll know that I've already got those installed, so these will be spare. Some what looks like cable positioning stickies. And of course the posi taps, along with, and finally, some alcohol wipes to get a good adhesion onto the box itself. So, without any further ado, we'll get cracking and look to start fitting these lights and this harness to the bike. Okay, we're at the part where we're about to drill the top case. At this point, it's always a good idea to take a breath and make sure that where you're drilling is the place you want the hole to be, because once you've drilled it, you're kind of stuffed. So think about cable routing on the inside of the top case itself. I'm going for a fitment where the cable runs as close to the bottom of the top case as possible to stop things from catching it, and I'm also placing the lights on this outer edge here, which is similar to the placement of the lights on my pannier fitment. So the next job I'm going to do is to mark, punch, pilot, and then finally open the hole up to 6mm in diameter for the cable to pass through. I'm going to leave the alcohol wipe until after the job, when I'm about to actually place and remove the backing paper, so that I get the best adhesion I possibly can. So we're now ready to make the connections. The light is stuck to the outside of the case, and we're now looking inside the case at the wires, and what you've got is 3 wires, a little plastic sleeve that they go into, and you've got the corresponding plug that it goes into. Now, first thing you need to make sure is that you get the wires around the right way. In this case, I don't know if you can see that, it's black, red and yellow. So we want to get black at the top, red in the middle, and then yellow, like that. And then the next job is to slide these all at the same time into the plastic sheath. It's actually not fiddly enough, this, so enjoy, boys and girls. So you need to push the wires all the way in, if you can see that, all the way in so that there's no silver showing, and then just get the mating part and make sure that when you plug it in, they're all lined up correctly. So we've got black at the top, red, and yellow. So all is good there. I'll now proceed and do the second connection. The wiring loom connected to the 2 small connectors inside the top case. The next job is to locate a hole as to where you're going to mount this plug. Once again, think carefully, just don't steam in. I'm choosing to drill a hole towards the bottom of the case and towards the front of the case to allow me to connect the external socket when I want to power the system up. Now the kit does come with a twist drill, which is the same size as the sleeve on the cable. However, I'm going to recommend that you mark, punch and pilot drill before you steam in with a drill this big because it can spin, it can move, and it can end up drilling a hole where you don't really want it to be drilled. So it's good practice to mark, centre punch and pilot drill before you go in with the twist drill that they've supplied with the kit. So I've made the hole in my desired location. I've pushed the plug through, I've put on the rubber washer, make sure that goes on the outside, and then I'm putting the nut on to hold it in place. Don't over tighten this, by the way, because it's only plastic. And that's that fitted, and the next job now is to attend to the wiring connections on the bike itself. Okay, we're now at the part where we're wiring the product to the bike itself. Now in each of the three cases the wiring is exactly the same, so you get the same wires to connect on the pannier lighting kit, the top case lighting kit, and indeed the brake, so only have to do one clip for this. The 5 wires you will have to connect are red, blue, green, yellow and black, and to enable you to do this you're provided with these PosiTap connectors. There's also a little diagram on how to use them if you're not too sure, but very simplistically the connector connects to the wire you want to connect to, and then going in from the top you insert the wire you're wishing to connect. So that's as easy as it gets, very easy to use. Once again, make sure that you read the instructions even if you don't follow them. So the 5 connections you have to make, the red one is to a 12 volt switched positive. Now if you're not too sure as to what that is, then maybe you want to be asking an electrician to make the connections for you, or a decent bike mechanic. But in my case, on my 2014 R1200 GSA, I've used the 12 volt switched positive at this twin fuse holder here. That's where you'll find that connection. The next connection is a connection to the brake wires. Now that wire is blue, and you need to connect that to one of the brake feed wires, which you'll find underneath here. The next wire to connect is a green wire, and that needs to go to the right turn indicator feed, and a yellow wire which needs to go to a left turn indicator feed. On my 2014 GSA, in both cases I've attached the green and yellow wire to the blue wire respectively. And finally there's a black wire to connect, and this needs to go to ground or to the negative. You can use nearly any point on the bike. A good handy one is the fastener that holds the grab rail in place. That will offer a good negative. So that's the connections you need to make. I would strongly suggest that you have a multimeter with you to make sure that you are getting the continuity and indeed the right voltage where you need it. And once the connections are made, the next thing to do before you tidy up all the wiring is of course the test. So this is the bike fitted with the Admore top case lighting kit, pannier lighting kit and the brake light. I'm about to give you a demonstration of how bright it is. The lights are dimmed inside the man cave. That's for effect. So here we go. Let's see what the end result is. Okay, we can see all the running lights there. I'm now going to operate the brakes. That's the front brake. That's the rear brake. Indicate left. Indicate right. Final test 4 ways. And to coin the phrase, boom. So there we have it. That's the Admore lighting kit fitted and working. Couple of things to note. Now, I have done full installation videos on each installation kit, and that is available on YouTube and on our site, I think. However, bear in mind that you need to drill your bike and you need to do some fairly invasive wiring. What I mean by that, you're using these posi-tap connectors to go into the existing wiring on the bike. Not for the faint-hearted, but you can see the results, and if you're happy with them and if you're willing to shell out your hard-earned cash, then this is the results you can expect. So, thanks for watching, ride safe, and bye for now.